up? What's going on? What's good? It's your girl, Lady Sola. Got another reaction video for you for none other than the 2018 BET Awards, hosted by Jamie Foxx. So before I get into this reaction video, I just need you to do a few things for me, not too much. Make sure to like this video, okay? I'll give you a second. You done? Got it? You sure you clicked on it? It's the thumbs up. You see it? Okay, cool. Alright, now that we got that squared away, also subscribe to my channel. If you like what you hear, if you've watched anything else in the past, you know my channel is a little bit of everything. It's commentary, it's reaction, it's interviews. So if you like pop culture, entertainment, music, anything happening in Black entertainment, Black culture, anything relating to Black folk, I'm all for it and I'm all about it. So, you know, I gotta represent my roots, you know, Wakanda, and before African pride and attire and hair, jewelry and all that was popping, exposed to it firsthand. So I'm glad to see it's getting its proper due. So yeah, let's get into this reaction video. As you guys know, the BET Awards is always long. It's like going to one of those Baptist or even African. If you're African, you know, our services can be super duper long. Okay, so that is what the BET Awards is. It's a church service. You're going to a concert, your uncle's cookout, okay, you're going to the barber shop. All right, that's what the BET Awards is. So you're gonna get saved, you're gonna crip walk, twerk, curse, sin, and repent all at once. That is what the BET Awards. That is what the BET Awards is in a nutshell. Some of the things that stood out to me as far as performances go, I would definitely have to say J. Cole was in the early part of the show. I believe he was the first performer. Phenomenal. You see Wale, you know, sitting up in the chair looking all like he was in deep reflection. Obviously they're like besties, so it's nice to see that. But it was a good look for the performance. You know, Wale has obviously gone through depression and a lot of emotional turmoil, turbulence in his career. So I think it was perfect for him to be in that performance. And also just to show the bestie united front, that we are close, that we are good friends, and we support each other, and we rock with each other. So that was nice. That was a nice bromance moment. Shout out to J. Cole and Wale for that. Other performances that I want to talk about, of course, Nicki Minaj. We all were waiting to see this. It was definitely the one performance I was looking out for, because I really honestly didn't you know, follow what was gonna be happening with the BET Awards. I just didn't. With good reason, because it was a mess like it always is. But anyway, Nicki Minaj did perform. She did return to humble grounds. She hasn't been to the BET Awards in a while. So it was nice to see her. As we all know, it's been about 4 years since her last studio album release, and she's gearing up for another one. So this is an exciting time for Miss Minaj, aka Chun-Li, aka the rapper y'all love to hate. So she performed Chun-Li and Rich Sex. That's my joy right there. I love Rich Sex now. I just love when Nicki gives us the trap shit that we like. I love when she gives that classic ratchet trap joint. Like, it's just perfect because she nails it every time. She just, you know, I just like that from her. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we want artists to grow and evolve and talk about deep things. Like, no, we don't always need that from every single artist. Like, I don't need to hear from Nicki Minaj, her, you know, talking about being woke. Like, you know, that's not her angle. That's not her. We have other artists that do that and they do it well. And I want to continue to listen to those artists for those topics. But when it talks about, is your pussy worth a Benz truck, or ain't no such thing as broken handsome, Yes, like I expect to hear that from Nikki. Yeah, so it was nice seeing her perform because that's a new song of hers, and the beat is dope and everything. I love the performance. I did like the outfits. I like the black and red trench coat, kimono look. It was kind of like a mixture of things. Like it kind of looked like a raincoat slash kimono slash, you know what I'm saying, like a hoodie dress type thing. I didn't care for the hair. I was expecting the buns with the chopsticks. I'm like, what's up? Where's Chun-Li at? Like, she took the night off or what? Hair, it just looked flat. It looked lackluster. It looked boring. It looked dull. It didn't look like it fit with the theme or the outfit. So that's the only thing I didn't like about her look. Otherwise, she looked beautiful. She looked fit. She looked bomb. She looked happy and excited to be performing. One thing I do have to point out, though, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but she was kind of out of shape. She was out of breath. Like, she hasn't performed before. Like, she sounds like she hasn't performed in 4 years. Like, let's be real. Like, it's been a minute since she's really gone on like a long-standing tour, like a full-fledged world tour. Like, it's been a long time for her. Like, she's done performances here and there. She did SNL, you know, recently and stuff like that. But in terms of like real stage performance, like, she hasn't done that in a while, and it shows. It shows, because she was, you know, like, you could hear it in every word that she was saying. Like, you know, you could hear the breathing behind the words, and she was ad-libbing a lot, kind of trying to get the crowd involved, like side talking basically. So I noticed that artists do that when A, they don't remember the lyrics, or B, when they just don't feel like giving it their all, or C, when they're tired. Like, they'll kind of mix it up and kind of like, come on, you know, like, get up, you know, like, they'll kind of like start talking about something else, and it's like, but your song is on right now though, you know. So Nikki was kind of doing that, because she's like, whew, like, I'm kind of twerking, I'm turning around, I'm bending it over, I'm spreading my legs out and getting back up and getting on a horse, and, you know, I'm doing a lot of things, like, whew, like, I've been on, but I need to have been on this treadmill. Whew. Like, she needs to do cardio, she needs to run, she needs to get in some dance classes, she needs to, you know, do some sort of high intensity interval training, she needs to get with her trainer, she needs to do something. It's not like she's really physically out of shape, she looks great, but the stamina needs work. And then she brings out YG, 2 Chainz, Big Sean to do the Big Bank collaboration. That song is fire. I love it. It's definitely, you know what I'm saying, like that West Coast vibe, like heavy hitters, you know. And Nikki held her own once again on a male-dominated song. She came in, once again, she has my favorite verse is hers. And I'm sure there will be a lot of guys that will say the same thing. If they're not ego-driven or whatever, they'll say, yeah, Nikki killed her verse. Like, you know, but it's a good song. They're such good friends. The chemistry is great. I love YG's energy in this performance. Like, he really went in. Like, he was really hyped. Like, he was hungry. He looked like a new artist. Like, he looked like this was his first BET Awards. He can't believe he's here. Like, that's how he's performing. And I love when artists, like, come out like that, because they want to give you a show. They want to show their appreciation. They want to show why you buy their music. And they want to show that they're excited, and he did all of those things. So I'm not really a big YG fan. I don't know much about him, but that performance, you know, it kind of made me pay attention to him a little bit. Big Sean is just so cute. He's awesome. I love his stage presence. Like, I don't know. I just love to see him perform. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, he entertains me. He pleases me. He's cute. Like, he's such a good dude. Like, he just has this stage presence that works. It's not extra, and it's not too, you know, quiet either. It's really just Big Sean. It's mad, like, regular. Like, it's nothing really like, oh my gosh, but I don't know. He's a good performer, and I can't explain why, but it works. It definitely works. Her was phenomenal. Oh, she was amazing. When she was playing the guitar, I'm like, goodness, I love somebody that's a double or triple threat. Yes, give me these vocals. Give me the strings. Give me the drums. Give me the violin. Give me the guitar. Give it to me all. yes, give me something more than just singing your voice and, moving around on stage. I love to see someone play an instrument. She did that. She really did. Anita Baker. The Anita Baker tribute was executed nicely. Job well done, BT. I give credit where credit is deserved. You may have effed up in a lot of other areas, but this Anita Baker tribute was phenomenal. Jamie Foxx, I could have done without him. I feel like he just came off stage from his last comedy set and was like, okay, now you're on the piano about to do the tribute. And he was kind of still goofy, like he wasn't really focused. He was kind of smiling and laughing, and it was kind of like one of his parody. It looked like one of his parody songs, like when he does those parody type of performances. He was kind of giving me that vibe. I know that's not what he was meaning to do, but that's what I was gauging from him. And it's because he's wearing many hats in this show, right? He's over here, he's over here, he's presenting this person, he's doing a skit over here, he's bringing another artist out, he's the host, he's doing his comedy bits. So he has a lot of stuff going on at the same time. So I just feel like they should have maybe let John Legend sing. John Legend was there, he can play the piano. They should have let somebody else do the piano part, or just let Jamie play the piano and then have Marsha come out and sing right away. I didn't really care for his vocals. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't oh my gosh, that male voice, that was it. It was just kind of okay, next. And I'm glad they quickly moved on to Marsha Ambrosius. Then Lettucey came out, and then topping it off with the one and only Miss Yolanda Adams. All the women did a phenomenal job. They did justice to Anita Baker. And anytime you see the recipient of these type of big caliber awards, you see them, the camera pans to them, you see them doing... When you see things like that, that means they're pleased, okay? That means, BT, you did good. All right. Other performances that I absolutely loved was Miss Janelle Monáe. Ooh, honey child. I love me some Janelle Monáe, okay? I remember when I got to see her live in concert back in '09 at the Canopy Club in Champaign, Illinois. Shout out to my alma mater, University of Illinois. What up? But yeah, she was amazing back then, and she was phenomenal at the BET Awards. I mean, she killed it. Everything was on point. Everything was just in sync. Her lyricism, her delivery of her vocals, her dance choreography, she was just on point. No doubt about it. She didn't miss a beat. She didn't miss a step. She's like the female Bruno Mars, you know what I mean? When it comes to performances, she always just gives that perfection, where you can't really say shit oh, it wasn't good because this and that. No, it was dope. Stop playing. You know what I mean? It was dope. Why you lying? And I know that Nikki was in the crowd just looking like, I got some work to do, because as I said earlier, Nikki was panting a little bit. Meek Mill was a pleasant surprise, I have to say. Shout out to Meek Mill. That was a good performance. He performed his new song called Stay Woke featuring Miguel. It was absolutely amazing. He used his platform in the right way. It was a good comeback moment for him. He took the spotlight and he utilized it great. He did a great job. It was a great performance. I love the theater-esque feel to it. The fact that his song and the performance had a storyline behind it, and you saw it play out as he performed. So he was kind of part of the scene, being the narrator telling the story. That's what it felt like. And there was all these things going on behind the scenes behind him. The drug dealers, you're seeing kids playing outside, you're seeing moms talking to each other. And then, of course, unfortunately, there's a shooting that happens, and a child looks like she died, and the mom is screaming, hysterically crying, and just breaking down on the street. And then it switches to a jail scene, a prison scene. So it was just powerful. It was powerful. The song was very woke. I was impressed. And I know Nikki might have been sitting in the audience damn, you couldn't be this nigga when we was together? Now you want to get your shit together after we had this big, humongous public breakup, and you can't really fix that and all that. You couldn't be You couldn't beat this dude before? Like, she might be sending that hey big head text. Just saying. It's attractive when a man gets himself together. That's pretty much it in terms of performances, you know, awards that were given out. SZA won Best New Artist. Davido won the Best International Artist. Shout out to Nigeria. Yes! We did it all. He represented. He got on stage. He was asking for collaborations. Hey? Only Nigeria. Only Nigeria. But it was nice. That was dope to see. Davido is really, really talented. I was so happy for him. Some things that were just effed up, that was just bad at the BET Awards was Cassie. Cassie was one of the red carpet hosts during the pre-show. She was actually co-hosting with a veteran, Terrence J. So obviously she had someone with her that could make her look good, and even with that assistance, she still looked bad. There was one scene, oh my God, he like, you know, tossed to her for her to do her part, and you know, she's on the red carpet, hey, what's going on with you, Cassie, you know, and she's not even looking at the camera. She's like looking away. She's like mumbling under her breath, like, where am I? I'm lost. Like, where is everyone? Like, she's literally talking to herself while the camera is like on her, not making eye contact with the camera. Like, she doesn't even realize, like, until a few seconds later, like, oh, Terrence was just talking to me. And then she looked nervous on camera. She was like, just like looking like she had stage fright. Like, what should I do? It was bad. It was bad. And the only thing I was thinking about is how in the hell did she get this gig? Like, seriously, like, she has no experience whatsoever when it comes to hosting. Like, she barely has acting experience. But in terms of the hosting, it's like, what? And the only thing I thought of was Mr. Diddy. You know, he went up to them offices, talked to Deborah Lee and them, and the rest of the BT staff was like, look here, I got a case of Ciroc in the car, you know, all flavors. All I need y'all to do is to put Cassie on that red carpet. She wants the host. She wants the opportunity. She's going to knock it out the box. You guys are going to be so happy with her. Probably going to ask her to do it next year. That's how she's been practicing already. She's so excited. She loves the BT Awards. She loves Black excellence. She wants to host. All right, we'll give her a shot. And I'm sure BT is like, oh my gosh, give the Ciroc back. We don't want it. I'm good, love. Enjoy. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Because sis, stick to whatever you was doing before. I don't know what that is because you don't have a music career anymore. So, but stick to whatever you were doing before that. That was a mess. Childish Gambino moment when Jamie Foxx, you know, come on stage. And like, it was just embarrassing. It was awkward. It was forced. It was tasteless. It was tacky. Ugh. It was cringeworthy. Like, why didn't he get asked to formally perform with everyone else? Why did he not have his own performance set? Like, he has the biggest song of the summer. Like, This Is America is like the most woke song. Like, it's literally like the woke theme song. That's what I'm calling it. It's the woke theme song. Like, it doesn't get any bigger or better than This Is America. Almost 300 million views on YouTube. Like, are you kidding? And you didn't ask this dude to perform. He shows up because he loves Black people. He loves trap music and Black culture. He shows up as a regular old guest, and y'all decide, oh my gosh, we forgot about Childish Gambino. Let's hurry up and like try to make him feel included and shout him out and drag him on stage and make him sing like a cappella to his song awkwardly. Yeah, let's do that. That will fix the problem. That was a mess. Just the overall production aspect of it was very loose. It wasn't tight. It wasn't seamless. There was a lot of finicky parts to it that from a production standpoint, if you're like someone that looks for those things, you can tell. It looked rushed. It looked unorganized. It looked like the communication behind the scenes was falling apart. That's kind of what I gathered from it. It definitely felt like they were just holding on by a thread. Like, we just got to make it to 11 o'clock. Come on, come on, y'all. Stay focused. Come on. We almost there. We've already messed up enough tonight, but let's just keep going. Come on. You know, it seemed like they were like barely holding on. That's what it looked like. The teleprompter issues, the cutting the final performance off the Snoop Dogg gospel set, like cutting to commercial in the middle of that. Like, you just gonna cut Jesus off? Really? After we done twerked and smoked weed, drank lean, bent it over and made it clap and all this, and now we trying to repent and you gonna cut to commercial when Jesus come on stage? B.E.T. I just can't fathom that. I cannot believe it. But yeah, I mean, so that didn't look good. Yeah, it just, the performances as a whole was like I said, the ones I mentioned were great, but overall the show as a whole was kind of weak. You know, even the performances I talked about were not the best that I've seen in BET history. Jamie Foxx hosting was alright. Like, Jamie Foxx is always funny. Like, that's one thing about him. He's just naturally funny, so that always goes a long way. But I would have rather seen someone else. A Tiffany Haddish, a Just Hilarious, even a Lil Rel. I mean, I would have preferred to see just a new, fresh face that would have just brought something new. Someone a little younger, someone a little bit more new to the fame, new to the spotlight. You know, I didn't need to see Jamie Foxx again. So yeah, that's my take on the 2018 BET Awards. If you like what you see, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, Lady Sola TV, and I will catch up with y'all next time when I got more content is coming. Stay on the lookout. I appreciate the support, and I'll talk to y'all soon.